and welcome to round 4 of the No Assist Championship. So we go to Canada with our fancy new spectator mode. Let me just check my microphone is all working fine. I believe it should be, but I'll just check anyway. Yep, it's all working. I will just send out the link and then we'll be good to go. Started the stream a bit late just to make sure it didn't end up getting taken down by Formula 1 rights management or whatever they are. Right, so it's a wet qualifying to begin with. It doesn't really look like there's going to be any break in the clouds either. So it'll probably remain wet for the majority of the session at least. Okay. Oh, iMakers has crashed already. It's gone straight on the first corner, I believe that is. Is that the first corner? Not sure it is. No, that's... I don't know where that is. Third corner, maybe? Is anyone out on a lap at the moment? I don't think so. Yeah, Speed Queen's on her first flying lap. It's in the last sector coming up to the final chicane. It's the fastest lap from Venny, so it's a 1:24.5. Sargent says a 1:25.9, takes him second fastest for the time being. Ized does a 25.5. That's improved up to second. Where does Speed Queen go? She goes up to second with a 24.9. And Rick goes fourth with a 1:26.0. But I think Sargent will jump up to fourth once the timers have sorted themselves out. There's been another crash. Where's he? What's happened here? What's gone on here? 2 people out of qualifying already. It's interesting. I'm just going to turn off my notifications. Let's see, is anyone else on the lap at the moment? I believe Sargent's on the flying lap. Let's ride on board with him. Very cautious. It doesn't actually Is he on the flying lap or is he just being extremely cautious? So look at his telemetry. I think he might just be being a bit cautious. Loses the rear end slightly coming out of that corner. he heads towards the hairpin. It's quite a bit down on everyone ahead. Mark is 3 seconds up for the first sector. Look, both of his front wheels up going into the first chicane. It's a very smooth exit of the corner there. So currently Venny is about half a second ahead of everyone else. So everyone else got a bit of catching up to do to get to take pole away from Venny at the moment. There's only nearly 5 minutes left of the session. So Mark heads towards the last chicane for the final time. It goes into the pit lane. Is anyone out on track at the moment? Rick's out on track. I'm not sure if he's on a... No, he's not on a flying lap. What about Sergeant? Oh, he loses the around massively. Is he going to keep it out of the wall? Just. Bit of a moment for Sergeant now. Coming out of the hairpin. It's not going to be ideal. The track looks dry, or nearly dry now, so I wonder if they're going to come back out on the dry tyres. Be interesting. That might be why Sergeant was around a little bit. Speed Queen's gone on to Ultra Softs. Jock is still out there on track. They have to time this really well if they're going to go onto the dry tyres. Yeah, they're changing onto the Ultra Softs, but they aren't leaving the pit lane yet. Dolly has run out of fuel. It still looks quite wet out there though. That's the only thing. I have to cut it really fine to get out in time to go on the soft tyres. Speed Queen coming out? Or she's gone back in? Not really sure. Jock is coming in. There's no one out on track at the moment, which isn't really ideal. Force India has just left the pit box, and a couple of other cars as well. McLaren, I believe that's Speed Queen. Mark's the old Force India that's left. DRS has been enabled. Oh, Mark is really struggling on the ultra soft tyres. He locks up. He's only going to have one lap after this as well. He's going to have to try and get heat into the tyres somehow. So Rick's also struggling massively. Sergeant, I believe, is the only person out on the intermediate tyres still. It's an interesting decision from him. I'll have to see if it actually works out. It doesn't look like it as he's sliding around the first corner. Slides around the second corner. Nearly puts it in the wall again. Yeah, it's too dry for the Inters. Mark is looking so much faster. It's going to be a bit of a one-lap showdown now. Who's still on a lap? So Speed Queen's on a lap with 24.3. First sector. Venny is just ahead of her. Jock's just gonna come and complete his lap. Is it gonna be? It's 124.9. See what Venny and Speed Queen can do. It's Marks, that's the fastest lap with 117.7. That's a cracking lap. Let's see. Venny crosses the line to 117.7 as well. He's currently on provisional pole. Speed Queen only goes third with an 18.7. Is there anyone else still on the lap? I think that might be everyone. So Venny has managed to get pole right at the death there. With Mark joining him on the front row. Shows that going on to the ultra soft tyres is a good decision from everyone there. Other than Sargent and stuff who just went on the Inters. Unfortunate for eye makers and is there with their crashes and not able to improve their times, and eye makers didn't set a time at all. Let's see if the race will be dry or if it will be wet. Hopefully it'll be dry. Oh, maybe not. It's going to be another wet race. Both races I've commentated on, they've both been wet. So just wait for everyone to go to the grid. Lights out and away we go. Venny gets a good start and stays ahead of Speed Queens. He covers the inside line going into the first corner. There's 3 wide behind him. McLaren slightly touches the Force India and Mark. I believe that was Speed Queen and coming together. It's 2 wide coming out the corner as Uzair goes down the inside of Rick and into 4th place. It's a brilliant start from Uzair, getting 3 possessions already. As Rick keeps dropping back and there's a Red Bull on the grass. A little bit of contact between the Red Bull and the Force India, but he manages to keep out of the wall. He now covers the inside line with the Red Bull. There's a little bit of tyre happens. He's still sliding around the corner, but he's managed to hold on to the position just about. Zare is now challenging Speed Queen. It's right behind him, but Speed Queen is also challenging Mark. Going to be a bit of a slipstream fest going into the chicane. So Mark gets very sideways coming up the hairpin, and so does Uzair. Already, Venny has managed to pull a 2-second gap to Mark. So he's having a little look down the inside of the speed keen, but thinks better of it. Tucks in behind him, got very close to the world champions there, as Venny sets a faster lap of the race. Sargent is down the inside of his air going into the first corner. Can he make it stick? Just about. It's a good move from Sargent there. Oh, he loses the rear end coming out of the first complex of corners. And he locks up as well and has to go across the grass. His air is still tucked up behind him though and hasn't actually managed to make the most of Sargent's mistake, as Rick is now challenging down the inside as he locks up. Just about makes it stick, but forces him off the grass. It's not really ideal, as his air is still trying to keep under control, as Jock is now having a look down his inside. Is he going to go for it? He's going to attempt it. It's a bit of a tricky overtake as he forces him off the track again, but then lets him back through. Oh no, it doesn't. Still ahead. Okay. Okay, so it seems the position change resets after like a lap, which is weird, but okay. The front three have managed to pull a bit of a gap to everyone else now. So I was having a little look down the inside, but thought better of it. It's now gone really wide. Sideways again. Everyone seems to just be drifting around these corners. Drivers are really struggling with these conditions at the moment. Rather than Venny, he's miles away from everyone already. So there's with a little lock up into the hairpin. Not really close enough down the back straight to make a move, as Venny sets the faster lap of the race again. His air is a little bit closer now. Still not really close enough to actually go for a pass. Just applying a bit of pressure to Jock here. He locks up going into the chicane, but he still manages to get the stop in time. Oh, Zoe gets massively sideways again. Sure, that's not really going to be helping his tyres. Saving some fuel at the moment as well, and lean. Just check how everyone else is doing with fuel. Jock has got loads of fuel, so's Rick. Sargent's got a decent amount. Speed Queen's got loads, and she's rich. Venny's got a decent amount. So there isn't really anyone can save and conserve fuel at the moment. So after all the carnage in the first lap, Sargent's the only one that's actually gained any positions. Uzo gained loads at the start and then dropped all the way back again. All been a bit of a anticlimax. So I got a comment. What's this? It's Craig praising Venny's performance already. Venny's already 6 seconds ahead. He's looking really comfortable out in the lead. He's got a nice blue helmet as well that goes with his car quite nicely. Another fastest lap. Other than that, there isn't really much happening at the moment. Mostly just watching Zer go sideways around most of the corners. Let's have a look at everyone's lap times. Rick's got a pretty decent fastest lap. The closest to Venny, other than Mark. He's still managing to keep within a second to Jock, but still hasn't actually been close enough to go for a move. As Venny says another fastest lap of the race. Hi Malk as well. It's good to know your surgery or whatever went well. So is now right up behind him. He's going to have a look down the inside to the first corner. No, still not close enough. Unless he goes for a bit of a lunge. He's thinking about it, but it's not close enough. Jock slides quite a lot into that first corner. Azera probably goes sideways coming out here though. No, he keeps it in a straight line. I think Azera is definitely the quicker driver in these conditions at the moment. Jock seems to be struggling quite a lot and has managed to drop back 7.5 seconds to Rick in front. Speed Queen's also catching up with Mark a little bit. She's only 1.5 seconds behind him now. But behind her, everyone else about 2.5 seconds behind, other than these two. Try not to drop my controller on the floor, that wouldn't be very clever. Zare seems to be much quicker in the middle sector and twisty bits of the lap, but then loses loads of time when he actually gets into a position to overtake down the back straight. He's already gained a couple of attempts just across the line. Now only a few attempts behind. If he stays this close, it'd definitely be a chance, and he loses the rear end and spins straight into the wall and loses his front wing. He's only lost half of it though. But surely he'll need to pit after that. really unfortunate for him now. One time he got close enough to actually try and make a pass on the back straight and he loses his front wing. Ooh, I wonder if Mark's made a bit of a mistake. Speed Queen's now only 1.2 seconds behind her. And iMaker's catching up with Dodie quite a bit as well. It's less than a second now between them. Dodie goes straight on again. I wonder if Dodie's really struggling with these conditions. He's binned it into a wall. But that, again, that won't really help your front wing there. Just a little kiss in the barrier. Oh no, we got 3 cars in one picture here. It's not bad. Eric's not too far behind either, I guess. Sergeant locks up and goes straight on again. It's allowed Rick to catch up a little bit. It's only 1.7 seconds behind now. Seems people are still struggling quite a lot. The sergeant's constantly locking up. I wonder at what point people start to think about putting on a different set of tyres. Speed Queen does seem to keep catching up with Mark in the middle sector of the lap, but then loses so much time on the straights with that Honda engine. She can't really get close enough. Having said that, she's only 1.1 seconds behind now. Sergeant's not too far behind either. This Ferrari engine helping him a bit on the straight. What's happened to his air here? It's dropped back massively after leaving his front wing. It has to do 2 pit stops. It must have lost its front wing twice. Malk just said, do you think Sargent will finish in top 3 at the end of the race? Yeah, I think that's a possibility. He's only 0.3 seconds now behind Speed Queen. He's starting to challenge her a little bit. Especially if someone up ahead makes a mistake, but it seems all 3 of them are getting a little bit closer together now. So we might have some action on our hands. But to be fair, last time I said that, someone span into the wall and lost their front wing, so... you know, we'll have to see. Having said that, they're now all spread out a little bit again. Now about a second gap between each of them. Sargent's closing in quite a lot. Now only 0.6 seconds behind. He locks up again. It's damaged part of his... yeah, he's not part of his front wing off. Someone else has crashed somewhere. I think that's who's... yeah, who's there's crashed again. He's gonna have to get out of Jock's way. Speed Queen comes into the pits. What tyre is she going to go on? Surely it's got to be another set of intermediates, maybe? Oh no, the track looks pretty dry. Oh, okay. Going on to... what tyre is she going on to? Super soft tyres? Okay. Be interesting to see how she does. See if she can get some heat into them. She's definitely struggling. They're still keeping them in a straight line, so that's the main thing. iMakers has gone on to the super soft tyres as well. Only 2 of them taking out a rest so far. So then he does another lap without one of those intermediates. Mark dives into the pits, a little bit of a lock up, so Sargent follows him. Sargent stays out on the inters. Malk says, do you think early call? Do you think that was an early call for the super soft tyres? I'd say not really, haven't looked at it now. There's a yellow flag, who's that? So iMakers in the wall. I don't think it's too early. I think if Speed Queen's able to get some heat into them, I think she'll be alright. Let's see where Mark's pitted. He's miles ahead now, so it might actually be too early. Unless Speed Queen's made a massive mistake, but now Mark is struggling quite a lot. So it will be interesting to see where Sargent comes into play in all of this. Sargent does seem to like to stay on the intermediate tyres longer than other people would do. So iMakers is still struggling. Jock's the only one that's gone onto the soft tyres though, which is interesting, so we'll be able to go a little bit longer out onto pit again. And he's also catching up to Rick. Let's see, so who hasn't pitted yet? There's another... Sarah's crashed again. But there's no safety cars, so there won't be any advantage to be gained by that from anyone. See where Sergeant comes out. Dolly is pitted, Venny is pitting. Still 7 miles ahead. Sergeant could potentially actually stay ahead of Mark. It's going to be very close. Yeah, Sergeant's managed to jump ahead of Mark. He's going to have to be really careful though, because Mark's going to have heat into his tyres. Maybe Sergeant made the right call by just done an extra lap or so on the inters. I think Dolly's pitted and has gone back onto the inters for some reason. That's interesting. It's now pulled over to the side of the road. I guess just trying to get out of the way. His Jock does a little bit of a half spin, but manages to keep it under control. Yes, the Speed Queen's managed to lose out about 15 seconds as Jock dives down the inside of Rick, I believe that was. It's a bit of an audacious move, but he's made it work. So Rick seems to be struggling his tyres. Sergeant's made a brilliant call here by staying out. Managed to gain 2 positions in about 15 seconds. That's not bad. DRS is finally enabled. Let's go back on board with Rick because he seems to be close enough. We're closest out of everyone to a car. Jock is pulling away. So after that brief bit of excitement, everyone's even further apart from each other now. Malk says, do you think Jock will do a one-stop because of the soft tyres? No, I highly doubt it. I reckon I'll have to pit again because I don't think I'll be able to get the soft tyres to last the end of the race. Another yellow flag, using the wall this time. Dolly is now facing the wrong direction. He's lost part of his front wing as well. Sergeant says the fastest lap of the race. He's flying at the moment. Only 3 seconds a lap quicker than Mark. Speed Queen improves their time with 22.4. Jock's improved as well as lap times keep tumbling. It would be good to be able to see what everyone's last lap time was, but oh well. Malk says, oh, okay, I thought the soft tyres might have gone a little bit longer. They might do. I'm not entirely sure. Something we'll have to find out. Because I haven't raced around Canada in ages. I've got no idea if they'll last the whole race or not. Sergeant says the fastest lap of the race again. There's about 7 seconds separating, well, most people at the moment, which isn't really ideal. We want close racing, but alright. yellow flag again. Who is it this time? It's Dolly again. Not sure how many times it's spanned now. So that's quite a few. Let's remove some of the UI for a little bit and just enjoy these camera angles. Yeah, you're right there, Mark. Sergeant is doing well. Slowly catching up. So it was, I think, about 12 seconds after he pitted. He's managed to get it down to about 10.7. Managed to pull away from Mark by a few seconds as well. But Mark's managed to pull away from Speed Queen, and I'm not sure about Jock. Jock's kind of about the same pace as everyone else. Fanny sets a faster lap of the race again with a 1:16.7. Speed Queen's managed to get within 5 seconds of Mark now. After a good middle sector. That's what's going on here. Is that Jock? No, iMakers. iMakers and Mark getting a bit close together. I think that's Mark. Might be Mark. I've got no idea. It's a lovely helicopter shot. Then he improves his time again to 1:15.9. I can't remember where that Venny pitted. Like 15, I think. Yeah, at the same time as Sergeant. Mark pitted on 14, Speed Queen pitted on 13. Jock pitted on 14, Rick pitted on 14, iMakers pitted on 13, Dolly pitted on 16 maybe, something like that. Yeah, I think that's a safe bet, Mount. So about like 27 to 29 to pick for ultras. Speed Queen's on a bit of a roll at the moment with 15.7. Only 3 seconds behind Mark now. Mark reckons it'll be a close battle for the last podium place. Well, I hope so. We'll have to see if anyone hits times that go on and what happens towards the end of the race, but at the moment everyone's just a bit spread out. Like the closest car to anyone else is 3.4 seconds behind. Let's watch for Benny for a little bit. I haven't really given him any air time so far. He's been miles ahead of everyone else. Malk's now asking how do you reckon you were doing Canada on Wednesday. I'm not too sure, to be honest. I haven't done any practice so far, and I probably won't do any until Wednesday. I tend to do okay around Canada, so who knows. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to race this week, but I had to change of plans, so I'll be able to now. I'm more excited for the race after that, which is Monaco. I absolutely love that track. Nah, I doubt I get pole position back. Narayan's too quick. Maybe if I get a bit of luck, I might be able to take a win again, but we'll have to see. Rick's coming and pitted again at some point. Must have missed that. It seems everyone else goes to the end then, but looks of it. Shall I check if there's any penalties? Penalty for Veni. 3 penalties for Sargent, so that's 9 seconds, and Mark only needs to get... Oh, okay. So Mark's got 6 seconds off of penalties. Chalk's got 3. Rick's got... quite a few. Army's got loads. So Speed Queen then needs to stay, well, within this gap, and she'll get on a podium. So she doesn't really even need to attack. Yeah, that Monaco race with Sargent back on F1 2015. He span the first lap, I binned it in the wall and still managed to win. Good times. I'm still amazed I didn't lose my front wing when I crashed and that. Managed to hit the walls, and then managed to spin around without even losing any wing. That's how I passed my driving test with 3-point turns like that. Let's watch Mark for a little bit. There's Marshall still out there having a good time, just chatting away, enjoying life. Speed Queen needs to be careful here, she doesn't get out of the 6-second gap up to Mark, otherwise she won't end up getting on the podium. Yeah, top 4 I've done really well. Get the super soft tyres still working and setting decent lap time still. Sargent's managed to close into Venny a little bit as well. Definitely not close enough to actually challenge. Let's watch Venny for the last couple of laps of the race. With his nice blue helmet going with his blue Sauber. Very matching. Well, there's a yellow flag. Jock's had a bit of an incident in the last chicane. Rick's currently got the fastest lap of the race after he pitted onto the ultra soft tyres. Sargent's got the second best lap. Speed Queen is falling away from Mark a little bit, but I still think she's going to be close enough to get the final podium place. Once Mark's penalties get added on. Unless she's picked up one as well, which is a possibility. Venny takes the win in Canada. It's a good drive from him. Just completely dominated the race, and I think he managed to lead every single lap, if I remember correctly. But now I can't actually change drivers. Is it gonna let me? No, we have to watch Venny. Okay. That's really shit. Yep, I can't do anything now. Okay. So Venny takes a win in Canada, followed by, I think it's Sargent. Yeah, followed by Sargent, and then Speed Queen with the final place on the podium after Mark's penalties got added on. So it's Venny, Sargent, Speed Queen, Mark, Jock, Rick, Eyemakers, Dolly, and then he's there. And that's it for the race this week, so join me again next week for Monaco, I believe it is. Goodbye.